back tuning into today's video. We're going to do a 5-day forecast day, having a quick look at the weather for the next 5 days across the British Isles. It's very cold, icy and wintry at the moment, but we are going to see a big change in the weather coming along at the weekend as it turns much more Atlantic dominated. Strong winds, gale force winds perhaps, some heavy rain as well, and a fall of the snow, although it takes a long time to lift the frost out of the ground when the frost's been as hard and as severe as it's been in this cold spell and has gone on as long as it has. So it's going to take a while to lift that frost up out of the ground, but eventually I think we will start to see a fall as we move through into the weekend. And certainly the rain will help wash away quite a bit of the snow. Anyway, before we get on with the video, just want to talk about the advertising mode. Usually be a video ad overlaying my weather videos at GazWeatherVids.com. Please pay us the ad, you'll be supporting GazWeatherVids.com by doing that, and thank you very much for doing that. So we're going to start off with the radar pitch from the UK Met Office. When you see that we've got these areas of snow still going here down to the west and the southwest of the country. It's fizzling out though. It did give a few centimetres across some parts of the west and the West Midlands, central southern England, southwest England too last night. But this is getting lighter. We've got some snow flurries running down these North Sea coasts. That's going to be the case through the course of the day, with the snow gradually dying out down in the southwest during the day, but there are snow flurries still around many parts of the Midlands and southern England, but as I say, they'll be dying out through the day. High pressure is dominating up here to the northeast of the country, with the low pressure down to the southwest. This high pressure, of course, will give us very cold weather over the last 10 days or so. It's going to continue for a few more days and then decline away as we move through into the weekend. So for today, we're looking at a lot of cloud across the country, one or two bright or sunny spells, maybe a few mist and fog patches as well. Snow flurries running down the eastern coast, snow showers gradually dying out across Wales, southern England and the southwest, well, rain of course on the south coast. It's a cold day today once again, with temperatures barely above freezing, but there will be a very, very slight fall of that snow as the day wears on. Now, as we move into tonight, there's the high pressure beginning to move down across the country. This high pressure should allow more in way of cloud breaks to develop through the course of tonight. So we are going to find the cloud beginning to break up. There'll be some mist and fog patches developing. But the thing about tonight, so as the cloud breaks up, those temperatures really will drop. It's going to be a very cold night with widespread severe frost over the snow cover. Temperatures possibly as low as -10, -11 over some of that snow cover. And generally, even in built-up areas, we're probably going below -5 tonight. Again, if that cloud breaks up, some places will keep the cloud all day, probably always more likely in the all night, I should say, probably more likely in the south and the southeast. But much of the cloud will start to break through the night, so a really cold and frosty night through the course of tonight. For Thursday, we're under high pressure here across the country. The high pressure is beginning to decline away now from Scandinavia as the low pressure starts to develop in the Atlantic. Again, with the higher pressure, drier air, I think we're looking at more of that cloud breaking up through the course of Thursday. So sunny spells coming through, perhaps the sunniest day we've had for quite a long while across many parts of the country. There will be those mist and fog patches, which will be freezing in places, lingering on all day in one or two areas, but otherwise more in way of sunshine going through. Despite the sunshine, it's going to be an even colder day tomorrow, with temperatures staying below freezing all day in many places, and of course we do have a risk with that of ice, maybe no higher than -1, -2 for a lot of places despite the sunshine. If that fog lingers on, perhaps no better than -4, -5, so a really bitterly cold day tomorrow seems quite likely, and that sets up for a very cold night again on Thursday night. So as we move through to Thursday night and into Friday, we are looking at a really cold night, with temperatures again possibly going as low as -12, -13 over some of that snow cover. So a really pipe bursting sort of frost seems likely Thursday night. But that's the end of that spell of weather then, the wintry spell of weather. As we go into Friday, the low pressure is beginning to wind itself up in the Atlantic, starting to move in. The high pressure is beginning to decline away from the east. Now for Friday itself, the problem we've got is that this low pressure is running into that cold air, and that can be very stubborn to shift, and of course got very cold ground as well. So what we're probably looking at on Friday is heavy rain and strong winds moving into Ireland and many western parts of the country. As that overlays but very cold and frozen ground, we could find some problems with ice developing in the west. Widespread ice may develop for a time during the course of Friday. For central East areas, we start off with that severe frost and some sunny spells, but also some freezing fog patches. The freezing fog will quickly lift as the breeze picks up, and the cloud will spill across, getting rid of the sunshine And then we'll find the rain moving in from the west, probably turning rapidly to snow as it hits the cold air through northern England, the Midlands, central southern England as well. The southeast and East Anglia probably staying dry throughout Friday. Temperatures eventually up to 2 or 3 degrees in the west, but for many parts of the country, again, I think we hover around or stay below freezing throughout the day. And then we've got the problem through Friday night as that weather system comes in. It's trying to push that cold air out of the way, but it's going to be a real job for it to do so, and certainly in the southeast and East Anglia I think we do run the risk of more substantial snow on Friday night, some heavy snow too, maybe for the Midlands, central southern England, northeastern England as well for a time. That could turn back to rain for a little while at the end of the system through the course of the night, but really I think for central East Anglia we do have to be looking out for quite a snow event again on Friday night. Further west we're going to find clear spells and blustery rain showers starting to move through on this westerly wind. Temperatures picking up a little bit in the west, around 1 or 2 degrees. In the east we're still hovering around freezing. Now we've got this very deep area of low pressure developing in the Atlantic on Saturday. We're probably going to start off with some rain, sleet and snow across East Anglia, South Eastern England. That will clear away. And then Saturday is going to be one of those days where we have a lot of low cloud, a lot of mist, a lot of fog across the country. Really grotty sort of day with a gradual thaw of the lying snow taking place before more wet and windy weather heads into Ireland and Western Scotland. Temperatures lifting up a little bit up to around 1-2 degrees in the east, in the west probably around 3 or 4. It's still quite cold really, but the dew points are going up, so that will allow that gradual thaw. But it's not until Saturday night that we're going to find the real thaw beginning to take place, with this area of low pressure sweeping weather systems in across the country. They'll bring heavy rain across all areas, heavy rain this time. Very unlikely to be snow away from the Pennines and the Scottish mountains. So a wet night through Saturday night, very windy as well, with gales across parts of the country, but the rain will quickly wash away the snow, and that could lead to some local flooding because the rain itself will be heavy, and then with the snow going quickly, yeah, that could well lead to some problems with local flooding. Temperatures on Saturday night will be above freezing just about all areas. So then for Sunday we're into a different regime completely now. We're into this westerly flow across the country. So we're looking at early rain in the east clearing away, then sunshine and showers coming in from the west. Temperatures still no great shakes really, just up to 3 or 4 in the north, perhaps up to 5, 6 in the southwest, but it's quite chilly really. It takes a long time to lift the frost and the cold off the ground, but we're above freezing anyway, and the thaw will be taking place through the course of Sunday. And then as we move through into Monday, we're finding this southwesterly wind coming up across the country on a warm front, so we have perhaps a frosty start again on Monday morning, but cloud will spread up from the southwest. There'll be some rain in the west, mainly light and patchy. Still quite chilly in the south and the east, with temperatures around 4 or 5, but in the north we're looking at much milder temperatures with this southwesterly wind possibly lifting temperatures up to 10 degrees across Ireland and Western Scotland through the course of the day. Finally, having a look at the charts from the Weather Outlook, and this is the chart for today. Good sunny, good dry spells here. It's showing quite a bit of sunshine, but I think this is overdone. We've got a lot of low cloud really still associated with this, and any snow and rain, sleet in the southwest is gradually dying out. A better chance of seeing the sunshine tomorrow. Good sunny spell, but it will be cold. We've got severe frost early and late on Thursday. And then as we go into Friday, that's when we start to get the change. We're going to bring rain into the west, turning rapidly to snow as it moves into eastern parts of the country. There's the snow there for northern England, down into Midlands, East Anglia, South East England through Friday night. Could be another substantial fall of snow, so I will have to keep an eye on this. It could be quite substantial snow in eastern parts of the country through the course of Friday into Saturday. But as we move through the course of Saturday, we're going to find that snow clearing away, and then we're into sunshine and showers sort of weather, mainly dry, and temperatures lifting up a little bit as well until later on when we're going to find wet and windy weather spreading in from the west. Here comes the rain through the course of Saturday night. A very wet and windy night, and wash away the snow very rapidly, but it will be giving us a risk of some localised flooding. As we go into Sunday, that rain will clear away, and then it's back to sunshine and showers. Temperatures lifting up a little bit, but still on the chilly side, really. And then Sunday, we've got the rain coming into the west with the warm front, but many central cities are probably staying dry although turning increasingly cloudy. So it's a week, a 5-day period of change, really. We start off very cold, frosty, icy, severe frost, still some snow around. Friday we get the snow event coming in from the west, may give freezing rain to the west and ice potentially east areas. We're looking at snow, and then as we go beyond that into the weekend, turning wet and windy, particularly on Saturday night, and a rapid thaw of the snow taking place. So the cold spell is coming to an end. It's going to be a gradual and a slow process to get rid of the frost out of the ground to lift the temperatures up, but it is coming to an end. We should all be pretty much snow free, I think, by the time we get through to Sunday. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.